So hello, lovely Magic Month tribe, and welcome to Magic Month of January. If those of you listening live could let me know that you can hear and see, that would be wonderful. Just making sure that the technology is working. Hi Bonnie, hi Severa, lovely to see you both. Let me know that you can hear and see. And we shall begin. Happy New Year, everybody. Hi, Carmen. Yay, hear and seeing perfectly. We have good technology. That's amazing. So hello, everyone, and welcome to Magic Month of January and the first Magic Month of 2019. For those of, hi, Karima, hi, Carmen, hi, June. Lovely to see you all. And for those of you that don't know Magic Month is an energetic forecast for the month ahead. This year we're going to be doing a bit of tuning into the whole year because it's the start of a new year. Hi Sam, hi Iris, hi Angie, hi Emma. We're going to be doing a little bit of a tuning in to the whole year as well, but it's an energetic forecast show that gives you an overview of the month ahead so that you can make the most out of the energies and astrological events that are happening in the month and come into alignment with them and use them to better your lives and serve your path and make everything better. And so that is what Magic Month is. For those of you that don't know me, hi Gina. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Katie and I am from Starlight Soul Journeys, and we run all sorts of spiritual courses, events and travel that are about becoming more connected, more empowered and living more of your path and divine truth. And I would like to open Magic Month today by just asking all of you that are listening live to say what you're feeling let's just take a moment to feel into this year, not even eyes closed. We'll do an opening meditation, but I just love, we're 5 days in to 2019, and I would love to hear from anybody listening live what your energies, what your instincts are feeling about 2019. Because as always with Magic Month and all of my webinars, I like them to be co-created by the people that are listening. And so what are we feeling about the energies in 2019? I want to hear your wisdoms. If you are listening in the future and feel called to share anything at any point, then you can join Starlight's Life Alchemy group on Facebook, and that's a sharing place and a place that you can ask questions about anything that happens in Magic Month and so forth. And so so much peace and light. Beautiful, Sophia. Music rising, that's beautiful. And excited, June, how exciting. Yeah, for me that feels like a massive freshness in the energy. It's like, oh, as soon as January arrived, I was feeling all of these new energies. And when I say new energies, hi Kirsty, that's great, you're feeling hopeful. When I say new energies, almost like energies I haven't felt before, if that makes sense. And a lot of you, some saying excited, Kirsty saying hopeful. And I agree with you, Sam. This year feels like things are going to move. And last year was very much about deep healing, whereas this year, I think if there's any theme for this year, we'll go more into the overview in a minute, but it's about sacred action. If anything, it's about putting that healing in that you've done into expression in the world through sacred action and creativity and living the path. And there really feels like that energy is around in the collective consciousness, and I agree with you. With a lot of you, there's a freshness, there's a buzziness at the start of 2019, and I agree, Emma. It's about lots of new vibrations, and of course, with new vibrations, brings big change. And I agree as well, Emma, about the daringness. There is this invitation at the start of this year to maybe go more outside of your comfort zone on a practical level. Crazy flu comment. Yeah, I've had a cold as well. I think there's been a big purging going on around the new year because lots and lots of people I know have had colds and flu-like symptoms. But actually, one of the interesting things I found about my cold that you can still totally hear in my voice is that it almost feels like one of those ones that is energetic rather than physical, even though it's had lots of physical symptoms, because I've been able to go and do everything. Like, I've never felt physically ill, even though I've had like symptoms of being ill, if that makes sense. Oh, you're engrossed in frustrating study, Bonnie. Yeah, you know what? Come back to being calm. You're right. But kind of when you're stressed out with something like study, and I think that's one of the themes of this year, actually, it's good you've brought that up, is when you're stressed out, becoming calm again is one of the most important priorities. If anything, one of the things I learned about sacred action last year is it's not just about doing the action, it's about the way that you do the action and where you come from. And so if you're really discombobulated and stressed out, then that's the sign to really return to center and come back to center. Hi, Callista, welcome. And Happy New Year to you too. And so let's open with a little meditation just to bring everybody into circle. And so when you're ready, closing your eyes and feeling the muscles around your eyes relaxing as you breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. Really inviting your in-breath of love to reach deeper parts of you. Inviting the love you're breathing in to drop in to deeper parts of yourself. And as you breathe out gratitude, really experience the opening energy, the wonder energy that gratitude instantly creates in your aura, in your body, in your mind, and in your soul. As you feel a column of light from the center of the universe pouring down into your energy field, instantly raising your vibration as this light travels down into the heart of Mother Gaia, bouncing off the heart of Mother Gaia and traveling back up through you into the heart of Source, so that you are held in a two-way flow of love and light. And in this two-way flow of love and light, can you let go into the safety that these two great hearts of creation are offering you? Can you let go into becoming more aligned simply by letting go of any resistance to the flow of the love and light that is moving through you? And in this love and light, experience your aura. stretching out into all of these new energies, being infused with the freshness of these new energies. If any of you are experiencing colds and flu symptoms, can you invite that freshness in behind the colds and flu symptoms? Notice how that changes the symptoms almost instantly. As you feel your aura being sealed from top to bottom in golden light, know that only love and light can enter into your energy field. And a foot away from the edge of your aura, feel the aquamarine, violet, gold and silver flames wrapping around your aura so that any energy that does not serve or belong released in this webinar can be transmuted into love and light and sent to Source Gaia, wherever it is in the highest good for it to go. As you open your hearts now to the circle that you are sharing this webinar with, the tribe circle of those listening now and in the future, really feeling the intimate connection you have to each person in this circle, the human to human love. And allowing any parts of you that need to receive human love just to open and receive from your tribe. As you send love to those that you share this webinar with, really inviting your whole self to come forward into that circle of love that is being energetically created for this webinar by each of your hearts. So you open your hearts to Mother Earth, to Gaia, connecting to all of the processes of change and ascension that are happening on this sacred solar eclipse gateway of the first new moon of 2019. And as you connect to those little sparks and sparkles and adjustments that are happening across every layer and every vibration of Gaia's body, feel yourself becoming attuned to that. As you open your heart to Source and Spirit, to the witnessing and light energies that are being sent into our circle and into the heart of Gaia. Feel those rippling movements spiraling through you. As an aquamarine temple light pours down around our circle, pours down into your central chakric system and into your energy body. Feel the magnetic invitation of this light to step up, to step forward, to become more of who you truly are. And accept that invitation. Stepping into a frequency of who you truly are, energetically, emotionally, physically, and soulfully. And as you accept that invitation, allow it to happen. As you breathe in love, breathe out gratitude. Breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. Becoming more present, more authentic, more conscious, and more here. Open your heart and ask, why am I listening to Magic Month? And let your heart answer you in words, in pictures, in feeling, in sensation, in knowing. As you breathe in love and breathe out gratitude, when you are ready, open your eyes and come into the room. And so I see a couple of you say the screen has frozen. Has that happened for everyone? Let me know if you can hear and see. And let me know if, yes, you can hear and see. Okay, so did the screen freeze for everyone? If it was for just some of you, then the best thing to do is to just refresh it. Okay, you can hear perfectly, Iris. Well, if you can hear, then we can do this. It might be worth refreshing, or we can just do this as a listening only webinar. I will try and turn the camera off and turn it back on and see if that works. Okay. Well, you don't need to see my face full of cold anyway, so let's do this as a listening only webinar, which is interesting because that's actually one of the themes of 2018. Of course, if you stop being able to, I'm going to turn this off. If you stop being able to hear, then let me know. So what I would like to do is open. Firstly, I'd like to hear how the meditation was, even though the screen froze. What were you feeling from the meditation? What did you experience from the meditation? And please do share, please do express. Communicate. So for me, I think the best way I can describe it is temple energies. That seems to be a massive theme, certainly coming through my guides at the moment about 2018 is temple energies. And I really understood that on a deeper level in the meditation. So I would love to hear from any of you. If you can you still hear? are beautiful about the climbing down and exploring. That's great. I love that about joining those ready to rise up and fully embody their beautiful selves. That feels so right for 2019, Callista. And beautiful about your chakras absorbing the light, Emma. And how beautiful that you're just knowing you're in the right place, June. I think that's another really important aspect of sacred action. And yeah, I really felt the tribe love, Roz. I really, really agree with you with that. So let's talk a little bit about 2019 in a bit more detail. It really is a year for putting a lot of theories, spiritual theories, into action. So putting your spiritual truth into action. I think action, sacred action, are the biggest intentions for the collective. Oh, amazing. There was 11:11 when you switched on, Rose. They are the sacred action and action. It's about doing this year. It's about really creating the change on the physical level, in the physical reality, remanifesting your realities, not just through visioning, but through action and through taking sacred action. And one of the aspects of sacred action is it works on timing. And so it doesn't just, if you think of nature and the action of nature, a lion needs to pounce at exactly the right moment. And the only way you're going to be able to make your action sacred is if you really commune and tune in with the right moment to do things. And that's why coming into your center is so important. That's why listening is so, so important. And that's why coming from a place where you are calm, where you are good, making your well-being the priority is so important this year, because that is when we are able to listen most accurately. If you think of it being like a compass or a navigation system, the more healthy and vibrant and in your center and in your power you are, the more accurate your sacred action is going to be, the more fine-tuned your timing is going to be. And my guides are really saying it's all about timing this year. It's not about doing loads of action. It's about knowing when is exactly the right time to take action and committing to it with the wholeness of yourself, because you know why you're doing it. So it's not about doing loads of fluffy, uncertain things. It's about being really fully committed to the service of your life and your path. And part of that is to do with the fact that in 2019, we have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, all in Earth signs. These are big planets. They are big planets that hold us magnetically, hold our magnetic realities in the big things like our path and our karma, and those big planets all being in the Earth signs are really inviting in themes of grounding, themes of doing everything in the Earth's way, which is not to rush, it is not to overwork, it is not to overdo, but it is to commit fully and in the present and authentically in every moment. And there's a real sense, because of that, of this year being about preparing. A lot of astrologists and channels are saying that, this year is all about preparing for what's coming in 2020. But not in a healing way like last year was, in an actually setting up setting the ball rolling, getting the plate spinning, step by step, sacred action way. Through that sacred action is where the inner growth is going to come. So it's through experiences, and as I'm speaking, my guides are saying, experiences that are on the edge. The more you step outside your comfort zone, the more inner growth is going to happen, and the more potential you're going to be calling in for your path and for 2020. And so it's really about taking yourself to the edge with your choices, to the edge of fear with every choice, so that you're not playing it safe, so that you're taking risks because you believe in them. And so if anybody has any questions about that, let me know. The other thing that's happening is all of Mercury's retrogrades are happening in water signs. And this means that there's a massive theme of intuition and psychic connection, and listening to yourself and your guides. And I'm really sensing this massive upgrade of the way we connect, the way we channel, the way we intuitively experience the world. And it's in a much more 5D way. And in fact, I read an article recently that was saying, you know, they're predicting that from a channeling community point of view, that in 2019, dream channeling is just going to go through the roof, and suddenly loads of people are going to start waking up in their dreams and understanding things in their dreams. And if you want to be part of that flow, which is just like Christmas all over again, all of these new gifts opening up, you have to give the time to connect in. And again, connect in first, and then go into the action from a place of total connectivity. And my guides are saying really, really connectivity with the earth. This is the year to be channeling Gaia. This is the year to be understanding how Gaia manifests, how Gaia speaks, how Gaia connects, because your path is happening on Gaia. And of course, there's going to be all of this spirit energy and guides around, but most of the connection gifts opening up are about how we connect with Gaia, is what my guides are saying right now to me. And then we've got this massive, massive 3 theme in 2019 that is about... So in 2019, there were 3 eclipses. There were 3 eclipse windows. So there are 6 eclipses in total. There's the one that starts today, then I think it's July, and then December. And so there's 3 eclipses, and 2019 in numerology adds up to 3. And 3 is a really nice number numerologically. It's about wholeness. So it's mind, body, and soul. It is about aligning mind, body, and soul. It's about unity. It honors the priestly energy and the unity energy. It's also quite practical. It's also very safe. It's a pyramid, and it's quite practical. So it's about long-term joy and long-term fulfillment, and doing things for the bigger picture, not the instant fix, and making wholeness and fulfillment a priority once and for all, and really choosing that as your intention choice for the year, of like, I'm going to do this with my whole self because this is going to make me more whole. And so that 3 number is really, really important. My guides are saying there's a lot of priestly consciousness coming in through that numerology 3 number, which is all about being in unity, loving in unity, living in unity, dancing between the male and the female, uniting, being in unity with the earth, being in unity with sound. And to give you an overall view of 2019, my instinct and my guides are really predicting massive change. but more co-creative change than last year was, where it was like change was smacking us and happening to us. This one feels more like, no, you're going to co-create the change. And in fact, I'm being reminded of something we were invited to do on our Crete journey, which was at the opening ceremony, which happened in a cave. The guide said, look, this cave, it was really deep and really dark. And they were like, you decide how far this journey goes by how far you're prepared to walk into the cave. And that's what it feels like in 2019. It's like the more you show up, the more you decide, the more you commit fully, the more change you're going to co-create, as opposed to that life happening to you thing. And so, and how you show up is so important. That's what keeps coming through. It's like, can you show up from a place of being rested and fulfilled and happy and in overflow? Or are you going to show up from all your old belief systems that are habitual? And it's like, keep connecting to yourself to show up in a new way, in the way that you're doing things. Being present is so important in 2019. Being authentic is so important. And when I was tuning into Magic Month, there was this real clear guidance to share a message that I got in Avebury at the winter solstice from the spirit of the hummingbird, which was, Avebury was a very, very emotional journey for me. I was having loads and loads of emotions purged through me. Things the hummingbird said as it was talking to me about joy was that it is time to find the aliveness in feeling. So rather than judging your emotions and being like, I feel so awful because I'm feeling so angry or I'm feeling so sad, inside that feeling is because it's the feeling you're feeling in the moment, is life happening. And it's like, if you can tune into that aliveness, all of those feelings expand. They don't contract, and actually they become a really alive, creative process. And that is the message that I was really told to pass on in this Magic Month. I'll probably do a vlog about that soon, which will be on the group. But it's like, can you choose to be fully present with everything that you experience? Because the more present you are, the more authentic you are. The more present you are, the more you're going to be expanding into the feelings and not contracting. And actually, when you expand into feelings, which was something we were playing with in Avebury, they dissipate much more quickly. They don't have stories. They become a much more natural, fluid flow. And so it's like, when you're feeling something that's uncomfortable, can you invite it to expand rather than contract? Because regardless, that feeling is you being alive. And can you then find the joy in that feeling or that experience because you're being alive? And the reason my guides are saying that this particular message is so important for 2019 is because you need to be on the edge. If you want to make the most out of 2019, you need to be going out of your comfort zone as much as possible. And what's going to come from going out of your comfort zone as much as possible is so much creativity and magic and gorgeousness and potential and ascension. But it's one of those things where it's like, you've got to do it. It's one of those, you've got to step into it. The universe isn't going to push you. You take it. So does that make sense to everybody? That's a little overview. We're going to do January's forecast in a minute. But if anybody has insights or feelings into 2019, I'd love to hear them. Oh, I'm glad you feel back to yourself, Carmen. That's amazing. And I'm glad you're feeling connected to beautiful tribe, Sam. Interesting about the bear root for cold symptoms. Thank you, Bonnie. I pulled a card for 2019 and it just says, open your heart. And I'm so glad I pulled that card, because that's the other thing. It's one of the ways to go to the edge, one of the ways to go to out of your comfort zone. One of the ways to expand your abundance energetically, financially, pathwise, is just to remember to open. Just remember to open. You know, you can be manifesting and dreaming and visioning, but have you actually opened up to receive? And that's what that card to me is saying. It's like, when you're in an experience, open for what you need for that experience, open to the growth that is available inside that experience, open, and the universe will provide. Because one of the things that's happening is a massive upgrade of the way we manifest. That's happening now. That starts today. And we need to start manifesting in a much more 5D way rather than a 3D way. And we will learn that by doing things the earth way. And what does the earth do? When it needs to receive, it opens. The flowers open. So you've kind of got to open up to the nectar of your own love. You've got to open the nectar of your own love to the world, to the universe, and let it provide for you. And I've been playing with that, and actually I've been provided for in the most amazing ways every time I've been playing with it. And it's like opening without any attachment, without any conditions, just opening, being like, okay, send me what I need now. Send me what I need now. Amazing that you've been getting similar messages, Callista. Dream time and waking time really meeting. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Like we start living the dream in 2019. A lot of people are saying that everything's been preparing for 2019. When I tuned into Magic Month, my guys were really like, January 2019, you're on the new timeline. You're on the new timeline of the new cycle of ascension, and everything's very different. So don't rely on what you did before. Be in the new timeline, which is more dreamlike. It's less solid. It's more crystalline. It's more fluid. And the only way to understand it is to become present, because it is not a linear timeline. So let's go into January now. So January, its forecast is really exciting. Most significant thing is the eclipse window, and that begins today. The 5th, 6th, depending on where you are in the world, is the new moon, first new moon of the year, solar eclipse. And because it's in Capricorn, there's this really wonderful thing that is so anchoring in the new intentions for 2019, because it's really about, to put it simply, connecting to your purpose. This new moon, this solar eclipse, connect to your purpose. Try and find out more about why you are here. And you can do that through an offering. You can do that by asking yourself what you love, because what you love is why you are here. You can do that by manifesting. You can do that just by listening. And this eclipse is bringing in a massive amount of cosmic healing, which I'll talk about in just a moment. The other thing that happens on the 6th is Uranus goes direct, and that is the end of that massive retrograde healing we did in 2018, the very, very end of it. And so already today I've been feeling like an arrival into all of the healing I've done. And that happens, an eclipse window always brings in a new healing cycle anyway, but with that Uranus going direct as well, and the massive 2018 very hard retrograde journey that we had all summer arriving at the same time, it's going to feel today and tomorrow like things are finally clicking into place. And you need to listen to what that place is. You need to hear what that place is. What's new? What's changed? Who are you after that huge retrograde healing? As I walk my path, eclipse windows I am realizing are the most significant time for healing that there is. This is true for me. And this wasn't something that I've channeled. This is something I've experienced. Every time I've done healing in an eclipse window, 6 months later, almost exactly to the day, that healing has shown up. In 2017 summer eclipse, I did a mother wound healing journey, and exactly the night of the eclipse, my mum flew to Japan where I was, and our relationship completely changed. Exactly 6 months later, like unrecognizably. Everybody I know that knows me and my mum is still unbelievable. We were barely able to be in the same room, and now we're like best friends. In the summer, I was doing so in the eclipse at the start of last year, 2018. I did this massive sovereignty healing on myself, and exactly 6 months later, my whole sovereign reality had completely changed. And all of the attachments and dependencies that I had on my reality completely changed. And I was living in this like free sovereign way without a house, living in flow, in alignment with the universe, which is exactly what I'd called in. And then the last eclipse, the triple eclipse in August, for myself personally, I was calling in sensuality and pleasure, and literally that has arrived in my life creatively, sensually, connectively, every way. Exactly now, it's arrived. And so because of these experiences that I'm sharing with you, I'm like, oh my God, the eclipse time is like the most important time to do your healing. Like, it's just so profound what's happened over the last few years of how much it shows up, and how what you do in that eclipse window then plays out through your months. And it's like what you do in that eclipse window sets the balls rolling right up until the next eclipse window. And then it arrives just in time for the next eclipse window. And so because of those experiences, I'm now like, no, eclipse windows are just so significant and important. And for January to be starting with an eclipse window, that's a really bang start to the year. It's a really exciting start to the year. And it feels so in alignment with all of this new fresh start thing that all of you are tuning into already, because it's like a new healing journey is beginning straight at the beginning of January. And my feeling is on a mental level that the healing is about creativity. This year's got a massive theme of creativity anyway. But there's also this, my guides, every time I've tuned in about this eclipse window, they've just been like crystallining is happening. And what I've tuned in and channeled about is that this eclipse window is specifically about becoming more crystalline, especially in your body chakras. And what my guides explained is that, so the carbon vibration of our physical bodies and the chakras within our physical bodies, so the main chakric system, can only actually hold space for so much energy. So if you think of it like a thin pipe, that energy can only go through it at the speed that it can go through it. And crystalline allows for like a much more fluid, expanded pipe, and so much more potential and creative potential energy can come through if you allow your chakras to become more crystalline by receiving the energies of the eclipse, by connecting into your intentions. My personal intention is overflow. That's what I want for 2019. I want to come from a place of overflow. So that's what I'm personally bringing in to this eclipse window. But you can bring in whatever feels right in your heart. And actually, when we do the healing, it's probably good to connect to that. And then the big climax of the eclipse is the full moon on the 21st. That's this eclipse window is going to be a crescendo, kind of from a 3D carbony place to a crystalline place, and that happens on it crescendos on the full moon, which is also the first super moon of the year. Definitely going to be an emotional time, definitely going to be a big breakthrough time, definitely going to be a time of lots of change, lots of mighty, magnetic, powerful energies. And the day after, Venus and Jupiter are going to be really visible on January 22nd. And my guidance is that, you know, really that's what this crystallining chakric core process of this eclipse is all about. It's about path and love. And those planets being so bright in the sky at the dawn is just so symbolic of that. It's like, come into your path now, come into doing what you love now, and doing it big and bold like the planets. And really that's what all of our intending and manifesting on the new moon and the full moon and during the eclipse window needs to be about. It needs to be about loving your path more, doing more of what you love, coming into more of what you love, expressing more of what you love, overflowing with more of what you love, which is beautiful. It's just such a wonderful start to the year. It feels just so special, and I really feel those planets bringing energy into this eclipse window. A lot of downloading, there's a lot of temple energies, a lot of star being energies coming through in this eclipse window, but coming through because of this crystallining that obviously happens slowly because it happens at the pace of Gaia, but because it's very much, according to my guides, happening in the body chakras, this is about embodiment. It's not about things happening on an emotional level. It's about things happening on a life level through what the chakras are projecting into your life. And so it's just, yeah, it's just juicy, you know, it's juicy. And it's about really how you come into your body is by being present and authentic. And how you do that is by really committing to everything you do. Don't tick the box, especially yoga. Show up fully at that yoga class. If you do meditation, show up fully. And if you don't want to do those things, don't do them. Because doing them just because it's what you should do is not the way to do this. So is the sound back, guys? I see Iris has just said the sound is a bit wobbly. Let me know if the sound is back. Let me know. And so does anyone have any questions about that? Okay, good. I'm glad it's back. So does anyone have any questions about January, about everything I've said? Most important thing is the eclipse window. After the eclipse window and the 22nd feels like an integrating, it feels like after that eclipse window plans are going to become even clearer for the year. So it's good to manifest and make plans. Yeah, being decisive and committed this year. That's it, Sam. That's what I'm feeling too. I'm so pleased you're enjoying the challenges. That's so good. I've loved them too. They were very powerful for me. The gratitude challenge was gorgeous for December. It made me re-like 2018 after I didn't like it because it was so hard. The other thing is, this is quite feminine. And, you know, that Venus-Jupiter conjunction in the sky is on the 22nd, which is a massively feminine day energetically every month. And the invitation this year that I'm feeling is that it's really about doing things in the feminine, in unity way. I'm going to be sharing more about that on the Life Alchemy group, but coming from a place in feminine in unity. So not feminine in separation, not feminine in story, not feminine in trauma, but doing things in a way that is paced, that is present, that is earth-like and natural, and connecting to the goddesses and the teachings of the goddesses is a very, very useful thing to do. Actually, after the 22nd, like, can you manifest in a feminine way? One of the things that I've been using to connect to manifesting, and I think this is a really good thing to do this month, is a lot of people, including me, don't actually have a very clear vision of this new timeline. So I know my path has totally changed, but I don't quite know what it's looking like yet. And so if you're not clear on what it is you're manifesting, but you want to access these new energies and integrate them and download them, one of the things you can do, and it's what I'm doing, is literally just sit with the forces of nature that are inside you. So I'm doing like 10 minutes a day of just feeling the ocean, the part of me that is the ocean, the part of me that is the forest, the part of me that is that creational feminine power that creates. And just in sitting with that energy inside myself and listening to that energy inside myself, the manifestation is kind of coming out of that, rather than my mind trying to manifest what is best for me. And it's a really feminine, interesting process, but it's so where my higher self and my soul wants to be in terms of manifesting. And actually manifesting feels so easy when you connect to that force of creation that is inside you, that creates volcanoes and mountains and trees and rivers. Oh, amazing, June, that you've been guided to be working with your chakras already. See, we're all in alignment. That's brilliant. I would like to, I'm going to pull card of the month in a minute, but Starlight has 2 really exciting events that I want to tell you about. And then don't go anywhere, because we're going to do this big, beautiful eclipse healing. Well, I'm not going to do it. The guides are going to do it. Just to bring you more into this crystallining thing. But there's 2 things I want to tell you guys about. So for this eclipse window, like I said, my intention personally is to come into overflow. And when I say overflow, I want to live from a place that isn't manifesting from lack anymore, that isn't walking my path from lack anymore, that isn't loving from lack anymore, but from literally everything being so full that everything spills out of me. And that just feels 5D for me. And this was a personal intention of mine. And then suddenly I started to download and channel about this course. And most of the guidance about the crystallining of the chakras came in through me tuning in to this course. It is an online course that I am running in the eclipse. In the last few days of the eclipse window, the last 10 days of the eclipse window, it is a chakra alchemy course that is going to unblock each of the 7 chakras through a temple alchemy and nature medicine process. Alchemy is the most powerful healing I know. It's the most powerful healing I have ever experienced for myself. It has changed my life. And it's because it's the energy of the earth, and it just recycles everything that's not of service and recycles it into prana. And this is my guides, me and my guides offering for the eclipse window, is for anybody that's called, that is feeling the overflow thing like me and wants to work on changing their chakric cores from the carbon consciousness of lack into the crystalline consciousness of overflow, and use this powerful window. That's available, and it's going to be online. It's going to be uber powerful. It's overlighted by Isis, the angels of abundance, and Gaia, and all of these beautiful nature medicines are coming into it. It's something you can do in your own time, and I've been assured that everybody that does it is just going to be provided with the time to be able to do it. The course is an amazing deal because I charge, because alchemy is such a massive energy and so powerful. I charge over £300 for an alchemy session because the healing you get is the equivalent of 6 months of therapy. And so this course is cheaper than that for 7 alchemy sessions, plus all this one-to-one support, plus everything else. There is an option if you want to have a one-to-one included in it, that there's a few places for that, but I'm really excited about it. And what my guides say about it is it's 5D. So it's going to be a healing that happens in the 5D. So it's literally going to happen live around the people that are there and their intentions. Like I said, there'll be recordings if you can't make it live, but it's going to happen live. So the guides are going to design it around the intention, and they're like, it is healing and manifesting as one, because in the 5D, they're not separate, they're the same. And so it's a totally 5D. I've never channeled a course like it. I'm blown away by it and excited about it. And that is happening in the eclipse window. So if you are called to come to that, and with alchemy, it's got to be a calling. It's got to be a calling. Yay, Carmen, I'm so happy you're up for the overflow way. But with alchemy, it's got to be a calling because it is quite an intense process energetically and emotionally. But it's so worth it. And to do it in an eclipse, that big shift with my mother was through alchemy. That's all I can say. It just changes. Like, it works. It recycles the old consciousness and the old emotions into a new vibration. And so that course is happening. And I will put that up again at the end of the webinar. You can open it in another tab if you want to look into it and take a look. The other thing that is happening if you're in London, and I just have to tell you about because it's so gorgeous, is we don't normally tell these little events we do, but we have some places left. So quite a few, but we have some places left for Bobbinzana in London, and Bobbinzana is just the most. I'm so in love with it as a medicine because it's a heart medicine, but it's so sparkly and it just shows you the beauty of your own heart and connects you to the energy of compassion in yourself and in everything. And it's just beautiful. And not many people know what it is. And I'm just like, this is the medicine for 2019. And in fact, to put it in the way the girl of my wild youth would have once said, the best way I can describe it is, if you know cacao, then cacao is like cocaine compared to Bobbinzana being like MDMA, which is maybe a funny way to put it, but it's the best way I can put it. It's just like this, like, gorgeous, happy, it opens your heart to the light, and it's just so beautiful. And so if you're in London, we're doing that on the 11th, which is happening inside the eclipse window as well. So I wanted to let London people know about that because it is just, it's just gorgeous. So let's, so again, you can open the link to the Medicine of the Heart Sacred Bobbinzana, I can't say it with my cold, medicine ceremony. And the card I've pulled for January is Creation. I'm going to take the Bobbinzana away and put the Becoming Overflow course up because that's the major healing Starlight's doing for January. And this card is Creation. And that's what I feel January is about. It's about, we're not who we were after 2018. And this is a time for creating from who we are now, and for dreaming and for manifesting, but in kind of a practical way, not just the big dream, like the steps to the big dream. And what my guides are saying is, it's like connect to who you, so spend time this month listening, finding out what your purpose is on a deeper level, finding out what your message is for the world, and then start to connect to the steps. So if you're like me, at the moment, I feel like I've got loads of ideas, and the first thing I need to do is just really connect to the ones that are actually mine, the ones that are lighting me up, the ones that I actually want to serve. Kind of let the other ones go into the collective consciousness, and then start to work out the practical action steps, but from a place of joy and from a place of excitement and from a place of aliveness. And that would be kind of the most practical advice I could give, and really giving yourself an hour a day if you can, just to do that connecting in, to do that creating, that vision boarding in ideas-y way. Because my guides are saying to me now, what you kind of connect into in this month is going to blossom through the whole month, the whole year. And so you really need to plant seeds this month. And actually, rather than just not knowing, you've got to know what seeds you want to plant. You've got to know what fruits you want to have in your garden. And the way you're going to know that is by knowing what makes you feel alive. Oh, amazing, June. The universe will provide for you. If you are called to something, open and say, universe, provide. And it will provide. Always does. It's less about us trying to figure things out. I think your comment, June, is really good. It's less about us trying to figure things out. And it's more about us knowing what we want and opening to it. And then listening to the intuitive action that we need to take to co-create, as opposed to do it all. Does that make sense to everybody? That's across the board in 2019, I feel. Yeah, Bobbins on is amazing for feeling. Oh, I'm so glad you two like it, Someone's feel. And so, anybody have any questions about anything I've said? Anybody have anything that they want to ask or share or say? Any other guidance we're getting about 2019 and the vibrations of it? If not, we'll go into this eclipse healing blessing. You're all very quiet. I'll just give it another minute. Oh, you know what? I'm going to pick a card for what's the best thing to know about action. Sister healing. Got to do this action in the feminine way, guys. In the intuitive way, in the gut way, in the animal way. Oh, you feel like the donkey and the carrot. Just open, just open, just open. That's old consciousness. That's lack consciousness to let go of. That donkey and the carrot thing, like the universe will provide for you now. If you let go of that and just open. That's the best advice I can give. Is like, don't worry about the how. When there's a carrot going on, you're looking at a how and missing all the and not opening up to all the other opportunities. Don't worry about the how. One of the amazing lessons I received about receiving in 2018 was that we receive vertically, energetically. And so we receive from above and from below, like trees, like animals, like everything. And our energy, in order for us to receive, needs to be flowing vertically. And when we get attached to things that we don't think we have that we want, we send our energy horizontal, and it actually blocks us from receiving because we've sent our energy in the opposite direction. And And so what you want to do is just fall back. You know, like when somebody falls back and trust, you want to fall back from those attachments, from those carrots, and just open. And the universe will, I promise you, provide. I've had it, I've lived it this year because we haven't had an address. And we've had all of these experiences of passages of blind faith and stuff. I've had to live in that way of the universe just will provide. And I've actually had to, I knew it for so many years, but I've actually had to live it without having an address. And oh my God, every time it has. Every time it's given me exactly what I need. And what I need hasn't always been what I want, but it's given me what I need. I'm just reading what Callista wrote, really hoping. Oh, that's beautiful, Callista. It feels like such a evolution from all of that pain change in 2018. And that's something that's coming through as I respond to you. It's like, it's almost like there's a lot of change in 2019 as well. But there's so much more opportunity to focus on the joy and the pleasure of that change than there was in 2018, which was very, very like griefy, retrograde-y, inward process. Whereas change this year feels like, no, I can choose to be in the joy and the aliveness of it. And in the joy of surrender, even when it's the whole world changing. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It's kind of just coming through now. But it's like the choice of joy every moment. I think that's what the hummingbird message is about as well. It's like, okay, so you're in deep, deep pain and deep pain at losing something. And oh God, I've lost so much in 2018 because the old world's got to collapse at some point. And so for all of us, we're in this process of massive collapse. But the difference with 2019 is it's like inside the pain, can you just take a moment to connect to the aliveness, to that aliveness? Like one of the things we've shown in Avebury is how much the soul longs to feel everything it gets to feel when embodied on the earth. All that, like all those feelings are you being alive, you know? They're you being in nature, in alchemy, in moments of such massive soul creation. And the soul, even when the human self is experiencing pain, the soul is just so enjoying the sensations of every moment of living. And it's like, if you connect to that, you connect to your soul, and then your body, mind and soul align. And then there's just joy in the process of change that just happens. And that, to me, is what 2019 is all about. From this point of view, I'll probably completely change by next Magic because everything's changing so fast. But yeah, to everybody that's having massive, massive change, from partners to houses to jobs to love changing, just understand that the exterior world is collapsing because a better one is coming. Oh my God, that's amazing that the seeds are finally sprouting, Sam. That's amazing. And how do seeds sprout? By the old world, by the old leaves. by the old leaves nourishing them. This is alchemy. This is the law of alchemy. The old has to be recycled into the new. This is what all alchemy is the old being recycled. And so if you've had a lot of loss, all of that is nutrients now. All of that is fertilizer within you now for these seeds that are beginning to sprout and burst and be born. Let's do this healing then. Let's do this healing. I'm feeling you all. I'm feeling the profoundness in you all, and it's beautiful. So let's do this healing. When you're ready, closing your eyes. Yeah, a bit of darkness for the first seeds too, Sam. Everything is born in the dark. Nothing on earth is born in the light. And so when you are ready, closing your eyes and breathing in love and breathing out gratitude. Really connecting to even the magic month has gifted you today. Vibrations of new knowledge and old wisdom that are one and the same. And notice where these vibrations are happening like ripples of light within your body and layers of consciousness. And taking yourself this moment, the experience of old new knowledge rippling through you. Noticing the soulful experience of old new knowledge rippling and arriving. Part of the shift of perception that is already happening for you in 2019. To perceive the way the soul perceives. And by perceiving the way the soul perceives, you come into interconnectedness and infinite possibility. So just allowing that experience to be happening and seeing if you can connect to it more. Seeing if you can be more conscious, more present, more authentic with what is happening to you at this moment. For you are at the height of your evolution always. As you feel Gaia's swirling rainbow prayer love engulfing and cascading through you now, holding you in a swirling, energetic rainbow lotus flower for this eclipse. gateway healing. As this lotus flower of Gaia's dream light swirls through your chakric, auric, and physical meridians, notice what she begins to release for you. Through physical symptoms and emotions. As you feel Luna's silver, new moon love, filled with the blessing energy of potential, pouring as a pyramid of light around this lotus state you are being held in. Experience yourself being launched into the crystallining process that this eclipse window holds for you. As beams of crystalline frequency light infuses each of your chakras as a note beginning at your crown, humming into your third eye, your throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral and root. And as these light sounds sung by Gaia, the new moon goddess, and the star nations are placed inside your central chakric body. Let go into this process of redreaming, opening your heart and asking your heart, what intention do I want to anchor my creation of 2019 from? Allowing the wisdom of the healing you have done in 2018 to provide the answer into your heart. As one simple sentence. as one simple intention that you can explore all experiences through. As you feel grandfather, son, filling your aura, the light vibration, the light experience of this intention as a vibrational feeling that moves through Gaia's lotus flower of energy and light that she holds you in. And you may feel an old pain or story that you have been working on, releasing. For with all gateways, you choose to let go of something. You choose not to take something through the gateway in order to receive something new from being inside the temple processes of the gateway, the ceremony of the gateway, which we say to you is the ceremony between the sun, the moon, and the earth. And as you let go of your body that is ready to be released, notice how your vibration changes. How this lotus flower attunes you to that which is in your highest good. How the 5D healing tingles through you. As you feel the sunlight energy lifting its activation out of you, and the new moon blessing energy pouring through you as Gaia lifts her rainbow lotus up into your crown, releasing it as a prism of rainbow light. And the new year blessing energies from Luna move through you now into the heart of Gaia. You feel yourself expanding. into the vibration of this new first intention of the year. Under the first solar eclipse, first new moon, in the first eclipse gateway of this 3-3 year. And you breathe in love and you breathe out gratitude. Breathe in love and breathe out gratitude, sending your love and gratitude to Gaia, to Luna, to the star nations, and Grandfather Sun, for how it served you, and to the seeds of 2019 and to your tribe that you share this webinar with everywhere, as the aquamarine and violet flames come in to your aura, instantly transmuting any energy that does not serve or belong into love and light energy, sending it to Source Gaia, wherever it is in the highest good for it to go. Golden rain shower of light comes in, taking any energy that is meant to go to the earth, and a big beam of source light comes in, taking any energy that doesn't serve or belong to Source Gaia, wherever it is in the highest good for it to go. Noticing how your energy body feels, how your body feels, how your mind, body and soul are aligning. Breathe in love and breathe out gratitude, and when you're ready, opening your eyes and coming into the room. I would love to hear from any of you about how you're feeling. That was very beautiful for me. And my energy body feels really light and uplifted, which is nice. Feels like a great way to start the eclipse window, first eclipse window of the year. I'm going to pop up the Life Alchemy group with Starlight Soul Journeys, which is where we tend to do lots of vlogs and extra things throughout the month, and so and that's all completely free. So I'll put that up. That will open in a new tab. And I'm so pleased, Safira, that you feel happy and relieved. That's wonderful. And then I'm going to put up the Becoming Overflow again, just because I'm so excited about it. I'm so pleased you're feeling light and expanded, Kirsty. That's brilliant. It's all about expansion this year. Oh, I love the message, Callista, about just being and staying in our creative energy. I feel that so much. It's where it's all going. That's where the timing of sacred action can happen. It feels like it's been a really... please keep sharing if you're sharing. But it feels like it's been a really, really special magic month. And I've really felt all of you so much closer than I normally feel. And maybe that's oneness. Or maybe that's because you guys are really special and magical and beautiful. But I would like to thank you all so much for co-creating the first magic month of the year, and for the beautiful, beautiful lights that you're shining into our beautiful, beautiful world. So much love to you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so pleased, June, and that's amazing about the vibration. And Sam, yeah, just keep moving forward. I feel that as well. feel all that change that happened in 2018 was so we could move forward now. So much love to you all, so much light to you all, so many blessings to you all. I hope I see you all soon, wherever we are meant to connect again. Magic Month will be back sometime towards or in early February. Love and light and blessings to you all. Happy New Year!